Imagine your boy CP with dope slangers. I'm talking before TVs with coat hangers. We sold bangers, show strangers you real flex. Just know the skill next if you feel best. My skill set so real threat they coincide. With GRIOT free flow, we going live. We flowing by and spit.
Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I know what time it is, man. Y'all see the title, man. I wanted to touch on this topic. You feel me? I see everybody going in on ANON. You know, niggas ain't feeling the comments he made on Hip Hop Is Real. He's going back and forth with Chess. You know, when he got called he got called low tier media. And, you know, he said that, you know, he out in the field, so he's, you know, whatever. But it raises an interesting question. You understand? Like, to be a successful blogger, do you have to be out in the field? You understand? Here's my thing. It all depends. It all depends on how you look at a valid blogger. Like, what's your credentials for watching someone? You know, do you watch someone for entertainment? Do you watch someone because they have a valid opinion? Do you watch someone because you know they're on the scene, so they get, you know, certain information, etc., etc.? You know, it's a lot of ways you can look at this. And let me say this first. Number one, I definitely didn't feel no type of way about what he said, you know, but I'm a league on that at the same time. Like, I throw events, so, you know, in some capacity, I'm at events. You know, not only that, like, I've been to tons of events. I still go to events. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, me personally, I don't have no reason to take it no type of way. I'm gonna say this, though. If you do feel a type of way, I gotta say this, man. It has to impart, you have to have some type of guilt. Or even if not guilt, you have to feel some type of way about the narrative of what they say about bloggers who don't go to events. You understand? And that narrative ain't there for just no reason. You know, it's there because people feel like in order to be a credible blogger, you have to go to events. Now, my thing is this, man. If you're talking in terms of just numbers, business, things of that nature, no, you don't have to be on the scene to be a successful blogger. Why? Well, because being a successful blogger in some cases is all about numbers. You know, you could be doing the thing from your mother basement the whole time and build a following, build a fan base. Because at the end of the day, it's all about hitting those algorithms. It's about hitting those keywords. It's about the data you use on your video to get you those views. I mean, at the same time, you do have to be making good content, which, you know, is subjective. Like, some people consider certain content good content. You know, even if you're not on the scene, some people are still going to respect it because at the end of the day, you're speaking about something that they're interested in. You know, so you're going to get a fan base off that. And it's really, in some aspects, you know, just about video visibility. Like, is your video getting out there, getting them numbers, getting them subscribers? You know, and even that turns into getting donations, getting sponsorships just because you're getting views. Like, you can do all of that from the comfort of your own home and not ever have to be on a scene for a rap battle. You understand me? So, you know, that is one part of it. You know, it's reality. You understand? It's even something that I personally don't agree with. You understand? I do think if you're a blogger in any field, like if you do any type of media, you should be on deck. You should be able to be out there with the people who actually are doing this shit. Like, nobody likes a spectator. You understand? Nobody, like, we got to understand, man. Most of us, I'm not going to say all of us, most of us are from some form of hood, some form of block, like some form of whatever you want to say, poverty-stricken neighborhood. Like, you understand? And we know the rules that apply to these places. We know how certain people are looked at. You understand? And if you the nigga that don't come outside, niggas are not gonna respect you. That's just what it is. You understand? That's just part of, like, where we come from. If you're not outside, niggas are not gonna respect you. Nobody likes the person that's just talking about shit from the comfort of being indoors. Like, now, in the hood is different because it's like, you can't be indoors all the time and then you're coming outside trying to speak on, shit that's going on or trying to, sway shit in a certain direction. It's like, bro, you're not even out here with us to be, discussing this type of shit with us. Like, just go to the store and go back upstairs like you usually do. Like, that's the type of time niggas be on. You understand? And I feel like part of that is valid in battle rap because, again, we're those same people. Like, this is where we come from. Like, if we're people who are outside and are in the mix and, really understanding what's going on, then of course you're going to feel the type of way about people who are just speaking on shit and not even being there. But at the same time, battle rap is also, it's a sport that it can be consumed from, the comfort of your own home. You have the app, you got YouTube, you got all these other mediums to where you go to your pay-per-view, watch a battle, be the first to recap it, put in the right tags, put in the right descriptions and your hashtag and stuff like that, and you're going to get a bunch of views. You understand? And you're going to grow. You keep on doing this, you're going to grow a channel, you're going to keep getting views, you're going to keep getting subscribers. And again, you're doing this all from the comfort of your own home. But I'm with, it might be messed up, but I gotta agree with Anwar in certain ways, man. I gotta agree that there's a certain audience of us that, being outside matters, man. Being outside matters. Like, you got people who go to events every now and then. You have people who have been to events before. And you have people who have never been seen at an event a day in their life. You understand? Like, the people who've never been to an event a day in their life, it's kind of hard to really respect them because I also feel like this, man. I also feel like copping out and being like, oh, well, I don't have to go to events. I can just watch battle rap from my home. I feel like some niggas do use that as an excuse to just go crazy on these cameras. Like, to just be able to say anything behind these cameras, just talk how they want, and just be creating whatever narratives they want to create because they have a fan base, so it's like they pretty much get to say whatever, and they can do this and be comfortable with it, knowing that they'll never be seen to be held accountable for the things that they're saying on camera. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when I was going back and forth with DME Detroit, yeah, I felt the way about how you address me on camera because it's like, I don't know about the rest of y'all niggas, but I'm raised to speak to people a certain way. I'm raised to speak in a certain tone. You understand? So if I'm speaking to you a certain way on camera, oh, best believe it's because I'm going to speak that same way when I see you in person. And that's not even to be tough. That's just man shit. Like, if you can have a certain tone with niggas on camera, be able to have that same tone in person. Now, I don't just feel like, I feel this way about everything. Because even sitting back and watching the Freddie Gibbs and DJ Academic shit, I'm watching DJ Academics say a whole bunch of shit on Twitter that he would never say to anybody else, like in person. Like they come up to that complex building. Like we all seen what happened when Vic Mensa pulled up. Like you was awfully quiet. A nigga damn near threatened to punch you in your shit. And you was like, well, whoa, why me? Why is there an issue with me? Like, no. Like, y'all niggas be knowing how y'all move on these cameras and on these social medias and shit, man. Y'all know. But because y'all also know that y'all don't come outside, y'all just feel like y'all can just talk crazy to anybody and not be held accountable. Like, y'all own it. Some of y'all own it too. Like, DME Detroit, he actually owned it. He actually, like, said something like, yeah, I don't want to go to y'all fucking events, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, you want to watch the content that's being created at those events. You want to report on it. You want to blog on it. You know, like, it's just weirdo shit to me. You understand? And to me, it'll just always be weird. You know, like I said, it's an example of how people were raised. You understand? Like, even if I wasn't going to events, I would still watch the way I talk on camera. That's just it. Because at the end of the day, like, real life do exist. You understand? You don't know who could get, for one, you don't know who could get a hold of your information and just pull up on you. Like, wherever, house, job, kid school, like, just don't know. You feel me? But at the same time, it's like me, I'm a person, I'm outside. You understand? Like, I do have a job, I do have a crib, but I'm also, like, I'm on public transportation as well, Ubers and, you know, stuff like that. Like, I can be ran into. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here for real. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got all these other people that, you know, I doubt these niggas even go to the store. Like, you understand? Like, you got motherfuckers that's in their house all day. Like, that's all they do. Be in the house all day, on social media, blogging and, you know, all this other stuff. And, like, niggas don't come out for nothing. You understand? I don't know if because they scared of the world. I don't know if because they in wheelchairs and just can't walk. Like, who knows what it is. You know, but I do feel like, you know, and that's in any field. In any field, you know, and I know it's a common thing, even in, like, with sports, like with basketball, with baseball, with wrestling, with boxing. Like, you have bloggers in these fields that will never, ever go to any of these events or anything like that. You understand? They just make, they just gain a following off just discussing it, just watching it from home. Like, shit. That's just what it is. You know, so it's two sides to it. It's one of those things where, you know, like I said, on the business end, you could sit home all day, just be talking about stuff. As long as you're dropping content and doing the things to hit the algorithms, then your numbers are going to get up. You're going to start getting donations. You're essentially going to get paid. Like, you fuck around and be able to quit your job at some point because you're making so much money off blogging and you never left your house. You understand? But it's still, you know, it's the people like me who still hold on to morals, who still hold on to principle, who still understand respect and things of that nature. And it's just like, when you carry those principles, you move a certain way, and you have expectations of those who, you know, those who are in the same field. You're going to expect them to hold on to those same morals and principles. So it's like, but everybody's different. You understand? Everybody's different. Like, yo, some of these guys live in places where events don't get thrown. You understand? So they can't get to events. You can't expect everybody to be taking off work every weekend. Then, you know, some of these guys, from where they live at, they got to catch a flight. They got to catch a hotel. We'll probably have to rent a car and, you know, all this other stuff. Like, going to events can get expensive. Don't get it twisted. Like, I think it's dope, you know, being able to be from New York and take a $2.75 train ride down to Irving Plaza and, you know, go watch a whole bunch of rap battles. You understand? Pay my $60, $70 admission fee. Be there the whole night just watching rap battles and then another $275 to get back home. So I'm spending what, like $70, $80 total. You know, might come up to $100 because, you know, you got to eat, drink, etc., etc. But then for everybody else to have to, you know, fly out and do the whole process, like for some of these people, it could cost thousands of dollars. So on that end, that's something I'm even willing to give a pass to, because it's like, niggas can't go to no events because taking off of work. Listen, man, battle rap events are on weekends. Everybody can't get the weekends off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've worked numerous jobs since I've been involved with battle rap, and I haven't always had weekends off. So, you know, you have to be calling out of work to go to events sometimes. You understand? And one thing I'll tell you about me, when I go to jobs, I'm usually the one that ends up being called Mr. OT. Why? Because they know somebody call me, I'm pulling up. I need that money. You understand what I'm saying? So I take that over a battle rap event any day. You know, but people do got other responsibilities. People got other responsibilities, man. You can't really fault people. People got kids. You know, and that factors into it too. You know, a lot of the people, most of the guys that's blogging is like grown ass men. So niggas got jobs, niggas got kids, niggas got bills to pay. Like, niggas are not trying to spend upwards of $1,000 to just go to a battle rap event. You understand? When they got bills and other stuff that, you know, that's you know, pretty much more important. You understand? If I was half of these dudes, like, I would much rather just stay home and, you know, watch a $50 pay-per-view, or, you know, even now the shit's free. You get the caffeine, you get the URL app, pay $8 a month, you get all the pay-per-views. So, you know, and shit, you'll make enough money to where your blogs are paying for your, like, I may not make a lot of money blogging, but based on what I do make, having that URL app and doing these blogs is fucking paid for itself. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not a person who goes to a lot of events like that. So, you know, it's just a lot of ways to look at this, man. It's just a lot of ways to look at this. And that's why I want to do this blog, because I kind of wanted to give y'all that. And like I say, like, when I say, you know, my perspective as far as, like, you know, we don't respect people that come outside, that's just another perspective. That's just another perspective. Like, I can't force people to go by that narrative, because, again, you also have the other perspectives, which I explained, which are not always ones that I agree with, but at the same time, they make sense. Again, these are all grown-ass men. Everybody can't make it to events. You got some people who, hey, maybe their schedules and their jobs and everything that they dealing with lines up to where they can go to all these events. You understand? And that don't say nothing bad about them. You understand? They just may be in such good control of their life that they are able to go to all these things. They able to find babysitters. They got good money. They can get flights, hotels, and rent cars and stuff like that. They have the time available. Like, some people can actually have all of that, like that good infinity stone gauntlet of things. Like, you have your babysitter stone. You have your money stone. You have I have the weekends off stone. Like, you have all of those things that just, like, come together, and you're just like, bitch, I'm at events. You understand what I'm saying? So, let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. What's the narrative in terms of, you know, battle rap blogging that y'all agree with? Like, do y'all feel like people have to be in the field? Do y'all feel like you could just do this and not be in the field? Like, what is the one that y'all feel like makes the most sense? You understand? Let me know in the comments, and I will holler at y'all soon, man. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I know what time it is. I'm out of here.